I'm gonna need a lot more zeros, and $26 is a great way to start. So we're gonna work pretty hard today to find a bigger, badder number. The first thing we need to buy is that delicious almond milk, because for $500 quintillion, it's gonna make our profits times 9. And if we did want a prestige right now, we would get 640,000 angels. The first 10,000 we had made a huge difference. I can't even imagine what this would do. And we can certainly afford some of the other upgrades, like the lasers. For only 1.2 sextillion, we can get the next 49 levels up to level 50, which we get 5 gold for, which is big. And I believe that actually speeds up the pace of everything else. So we've somehow made more money than what we started with already today. Plus we're making it at a faster rate than we've ever made before. So let's go ahead and upgrade this to the next level, which may have again sped other things up. I'm not really sure. But if things cost into quintillions, we're gonna buy it because that's little amounts of money these days. Basically, 1 sextillion every second. 1 sextillion is more than we've made on an entire journey up till today. So I guess I'll just keep going with the upgrades for now, I guess. The angels are happy, 1.3 million. Actually, considerably more. That number's going up pretty quick, so it's going to be a good day. 1.8 sextillion for the werewolves, that's important. And let's check in on Earth, 6.4 trillion. Earth has never been a big performer, but it's getting there. First thing we better do is buy the oil company, because if we had bought that, we would have made a lot more money today. And then we're just going to see what kind of upgrades we can afford. Probably starting with the managers, because I don't feel like clicking a lot. $1 trillion on triple profit sounds good, and probably the rest of these because I have trillions of dollars anyways. So let's buy better oil. I think that sped things up again. Again, not really sure how that works. 155 billion, 14 billion, 15 billion, 380 billion. Basically, if the upgrade costs only a few $1 billion, that's easy. Then we're going to spend $2 trillion here, and I wasn't really paying attention, but that's still going to make me plenty of money. Basically, I don't care much about the Earth right now. It's going to sit here and make tons of money by itself, but I'm going to let it sit for a while. Again, going back to the much more exciting moon, if we check in on our investors now, we're up to 2.5 million angels were we to reset right now. But we're not going to yet because we're still going strong in the upgrades. Memorable jingle, 266 sextillion, but now we're making 9.3 sextillion every 3 seconds, otherwise known as way too much money. The numbers are going to get big today. The next upgrade costs 4.8 decillion, which might be after octillion, but I'm not really sure because these are basically made up words to me. I'm pretty sure it'll go sextillion, septillion, octillion, decillion. That makes sense in my brain at least. Let's upgrade this for 117 sextillion. Now it's going to give me 9.16 quintillion every whatever its cycle is, which I think is 1 sextillion. It won't even take us that long to hit 1 septillion. And for those of you that are wondering, that's 1 with 24 zeros after it. Probably also need to buy this right now, because now the rocket is giving us 4.5 quadrillion at super speed. Same with the happy birdos, 70.8 sextillion, done. Now we're getting 492 quadrillion every 2 seconds. But we're going to take that profit and triple it. So now we've got a few different things paying out a whole bunch of money. We're going to upgrade that just because we can. And you know what? Let's do the werewolves too. They're only 4 minutes and 20 seconds away, so they're going to give me 42 sextillion once they're done. Still not as good as these, but it's all going to add up. Especially once we bring back the angels for 5.2 million of them. The next upgrade we want to work towards is Lake Armstrong install. All profits times 9. Cost 10 septillion dollars, but we're almost 1/20th of the way there already. Jumping back to Earth for a quick second, we've saved up $1 trillion since we've been gone, so it's making pretty good money. Gonna buy a new one of these, so now that's gonna make 2.1 trillion every 10 minutes or something. And before you know it, we're up to 3.2 septillion. So I'm gonna upgrade this rocket because it's making money at a very quick rate. And the higher this number goes, the more this number is going to go up. I'm also going to upgrade our cheese mine profit by 3 times for 6.65 sextillion. Sorry, 665 sextillion. But it's going to make its money back within a few short minutes. And we've flown all the way up to 12.1 million angels should we restart. I can only imagine the insane numbers that would cause because again, 10,000 of them made a huge difference. He looks like he's thinking about something. Probably the upgrade we're about to do. It only costs 10 septillion dollars, but all profits times 9. Otherwise known as way too much money. And really just because I can, I'm gonna buy every upgrade I can. Pretty soon we'll buy the werewolf for 2 septillion and the laser for 3 septillion. Back on boring Earth, things are still plugging away. We're up to $21 trillion. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a simple upgrade like this one. Because at least now in only 10 minutes, we're gonna get $60 trillion, which will add nicely to the 70 trillion I have. But not before I spend on some other upgrades. Then we go right back to the moon to strip it for all it's worth. Starting of course with a better werewolf colony. They need better flea baths. $2 septillion later, they're now going to give me 1.1 septillion dollars every whatever that is. Now, as fast as we are making money, we're up to 6.134 septillion. The next upgrades are all quite a ways away, and even the ones we are going to afford aren't going to make a huge difference. But I'm pretty sure 25 million angels probably would make a pretty big difference. And the best part is, we have 20 gold, so we don't need to reset our businesses. We claim 24.722 million angels. So instantly that knocked us up to 1.5 octillion, and this thing is now giving us 206 septillion dollars every 3 seconds. Up until that point, 206 septillion dollars was absolutely ridiculous. The entire playthrough to that point had probably earned like 20 septillion, not even that. And now, thanks to alcohol and space, we're making 10 times that every few seconds. But wait, there's more. If we spend 20 septillion dollars, we get angel investor effectiveness plus 1% for all of those angels. So now it's 265 septillion every 3 seconds. That's, I don't know, 10 times what it just was. I'm already losing track. It's a lot of money. And we're up to 8 octillion just like that. And I'm going to start upgrading things, but I need to start paying attention to what I am clicking on, because these amounts are very easy to lose track of. And I'm not really sure what to go for first. Maybe this, because it's only 45 seconds away and does take a long time in general. While I'm at it, I'm just going to do the farm, and then also this thing, which is now giving us 2.7 quintillion every that cycle. He still looks like he wants more money. I've got to get him more money. The werewolf farm is going to pay out eventually, because in 10 minutes, we're going to get 12 octillion dollars, and you know what? We're going to get 44 octillion dollars in 10 minutes. We're just growing by leaps and bounds. If we were to restart now, we get 680 million angels. 24 million was an absolutely ridiculous amount. I can't even imagine what this would do. I mean, obviously, it would make us a lot of money. I just can't really fathom how much at this point. I'm also going to spend 10 octillion dollars on this. So now it's going to give me 6.9 sextillion at super speed. And I'm not really sure because it doesn't show the currency per second, but this might actually be my highest earning thing right now. And eventually, as soon as I'm able to start making decillions of dollars, we can exchange those for megabucks, which I'm sure can be used for things like Mars and other exciting upgrades. Earth has made us $80 trillion. Maybe it's not so boring after all. Although the upgrades here still aren't overly exciting. And even if we restart it now, we only get 11 angels. So I'm pretty much just going to let Earth do its thing again for a while because boring. See, just look at the moon. I'll get 1 billion angels if I were to restart now because I have 30 octillion dollars. So that's actually getting pretty tempting to do because already it's up to 1.1 billion angels, and that would be a huge amount of extra profit. That's 40 times more than the total number of angels we have, and that's so far. What do you think happens if I spend 132 octillion dollars on the moon shoes? Is that going to be worth it? It's probably worth it. 356 quintillion dollars every, fraction of a second, which means it's probably making a sextillion dollars a second. 1,000 of those makes a septillion. 1,000 of those makes an octillion. So basically in a million seconds, we'll make 1 octillion dollars. Wow, look at this word. I've never even said anything close to that in my entire life. Septendecillion? A big number. And since things are getting into the ridiculous now, I think we're not really going to have a choice but to restart. But with 2.046 billion angels, that's going to work to our advantage. Let's start fresh. A little bit of perspective for you eager watchers at home. Our very first thing we can buy is going to get us $51 million. That's all we got to do. Click. There's 51 million. So obviously by the time we get a few upgrades, we're going to be making absolutely ridiculous kinds of money. So let's go through the motions, maybe buying a few managers. There we go. We're up to $250 million already, which means I should probably buy some of the other businesses and start them going. Can't remember which ones I bought the managers for already, but we'll buy them all pretty quick. We're up to 1.45 trillion, $3 trillion, $4 trillion. This is basically happening in real time. As fast as you're seeing it happening, it's happening. That expensive manager for $11 trillion. I've already spent it and I basically already made it back. So we'll buy all the businesses and let them go on their way. The laser itself gives me 17 quintillion dollars from level 1. And we're already up to 2.5 quadrillion dollars. It actually kind of hurts how easily we did it this time compared to how much we struggled to get here in times past. I'm just going to hit orange things until I run out of money, which is probably going to take a while because we're making a lot of money. I actually can't spend it fast enough. I've been clicking like this the entire time and the money is still going up. We're almost up to $1 quintillion, and I just realized how educational of an experience this game is. That's kind of the irony of it. This game might make you smarter, but my videos will certainly make you dumber. This, for example, is making me $1.4 quadrillion every second, basically, already. That is an absurd amount of money, and I haven't even bought any of the upgrades yet, not one. This is going to be a big one, all profits times 9, and we're going to cruise right on past that and just keep buying orange things. Oh, wait, here we got another one, profits times 9. We don't quite have enough for it yet, but it's only a matter of seconds, really. There it is. And we're going to buy this one too for 26 sextillion dollars. We're already up to the sextillions. But don't forget, if we sacrifice 11,000 angels of our 2 and a bit billion, all profits times 3 again. So now we're up to 960 sextillion dollars here every 22 seconds. And we're officially back into the septillions, so let me buy a few more upgrades. So we're basically back to where we left off, but that took 5 minutes in total, if that, and that's mostly because I was screwing around, trying to be funny and probably failing. And since these are all less than an octillion, I'm definitely going to buy them. All profits times 9, we might as well grab that, and angel investor effectiveness plus 1%. And then also the rest of the upgrades, just because we can. Look at our money go up now, 75 octillion. 100 octillion. This one by itself is making like 7 octillion per second. Kind of curious to see this upgrade. 201 octillion dollars, our most expensive upgrade yet. Now making 5 septillion every this long. So it's not the greatest, but that's still a ton of money. And this again is that point where things start to get really expensive. We're into the no-nillions. Of course, if I sacrifice a few angels, we can get 3 times profit here, 3 times profit here, and 3 times profit for the happy guys. We're going to sacrifice 4 million angels, but that's their problem, not mine. You probably also upgrade this one. I think that's going to be worth it. It's going to take 55 million angels, which is still going to leave us over 2 billion. I like how it even asks me, yes, I'm sure, because now it's giving me 1.7 septillion dollars at light speed. And if we want angels again, we can get 3.5 billion currently, but that number's going to get big fast. Especially after we spent 813 octillion dollars on a laser. But I think that also sped things up again, because yeah, these are definitely moving faster than they were before. This one's something that's pretty hard to pronounce, but it's basically running its cycle in only 20 minutes now. I think that started at about 2 hours. But it's also going to give me 9 no-nillions in 15 minutes. Oh, we already have 4 no-nillions. The money's going up so quick that I can't even keep track anymore. There's an upgrade. Which also means we can get 10 billion angels if we restart. I'm going to go for more like a bazillion angels when I restart next, because we can get back to here in like 10 seconds flat from a restart. Well, let's go check on Earth and see how many no-nillions it's earned me while we've been gone. 57 trillion. That seems like such a small amount of money. I think what I'm going to do, since I can afford it, is take the car wash and give it triple the profits. So now it's going to make 12.83 million at light speed, which is hopefully going to add up to a better upgrade here, so that we can hopefully get the 1.2 quadrillion we need to triple its profits again. Back on the moon, the werewolf is 15 seconds away from giving me 12.5 no-nillions. And I still feel like this guy is going to be the biggest earner right now, because it's making 22 octillions basically in a second. I've timed it, and this guy is doing this 3 times a second. So he's making 14 septillion 3 times a second. So I feel like he's probably earned an upgrade for 20 no-nillion dollars. I painstakingly saved up 110 no-nillion dollars, but things are getting to that slow point again. I could upgrade something like this and it's going to give me 11 septillion dollars basically every fraction of a second, but that's still pretty slow overall, and I don't mind sacrificing my angels considering we're about to get 53 billion of them. We're going to start over, but we'll be back to here in 5 minutes flat. This time, just from clicking this button, I get $1.3 billion. We're already up to $40 trillion, so there's literally all the managers, so I can unlock everything else. Except for that costs 13.65 quadrillion, so that's going to take like, I don't know, 4 to 5, maybe 6 seconds. Okay, I was a little off simply because I didn't bother to buy any of the upgrades. If I start buying these, the money's going to go up stupidly fast. Look how quick we can buy those, and we're up to $1 quintillion already. It's been less than 60 seconds since I started. Plus, given that we have 55 billion angels, we can definitely sacrifice some for some better stuff. Do I want to sacrifice 666? Yes, I do. But we're already up to 10 sextillion dollars, so I'm just going to continue on with all the upgrades I can afford. And again, I feel like I'm kind of at that point where I can't buy the upgrade, like I'm making money faster than I can spend it. I'm up to 22 octillion dollars already, gonna buy a few more of the upgrades. Again, not even paying attention to what I'm buying. It doesn't matter. I can afford it all. Now I'm basically up to where I was 5 minutes ago before I hit the restart. But look at our money going up now. There's 17, 19, 21 no-nillion. It's going up much faster than before. To the point where I can just, basically go ahead and buy all of these. Because I'm going to be making the money fast enough, I can buy it in real time. We've still got a ways to go though, because we're going to need 123, 50 quintillion angels. So we can restart quite a few times, but each time's going to give us a massive boost. Look at this one, giving us 1.7 no-nillion, basically twice a second. 3 no-nillion a second. And already we could restart for another 42 billion angels, but look how fast that number is going up still. Oh, what's that? Are we ready for an upgrade? Oxygen bar times 3. That was a very expensive upgrade, but now we're basically making $10 nonillion a second. And I think our werewolf farm just crashed in because we're up to $500 nonillion. Well, I'm going to buy maybe another werewolf upgrade because obviously that's going to give me 1.1 decillion every 3.5. And that actually jumped us up to about 100 billion angels should we restart, but that number's going up pretty quickly too. It sounds weird, but it's hard to justify this now. I could upgrade it. It's making me 5.51 octillion dollars every 3 seconds or so, but that's so little money compared to what we are making now. Well, I found out what comes after nonillions. Decillions. The angels are up to 269 billion should we restart. But I think I want to wait till I'm at least 10 times the previous number before restarting on any given run. But keep in mind, we can now buy anti-radiation pills, which are going to increase our profit by 9 times. I'm glad I noticed that because that's actually going to make a massive difference. We're now making 9 times the money we were 5 seconds ago. That also means that our werewolves are about to dump 10 decillion dollars on us, and then we can also triple this thing's profit. The angels are pretty stoked. We're making about 1 trillion more of those every 2 seconds. I barely even know where to start right now. We got so many upgrades I can be buying. I'm basically going to click everything orange. It's going to offer me a deal I don't want, but we're up to stupid amounts of money. And I can increase my angel investor effectiveness by 1% each. The first thing I think I'd better buy is probably going to be pub food at the oxygen bar. Because if we triple that thing's profits, we're now making 1.5 undecillion every half a second. So every second, we're making an absurd amount times more than everything we've made up until this point. And I've got to catch up on my upgrades, so I'm just going to speed click through them. Ooh, that's a good one. Only $100 decillion away. We get all profits times 9. Oh, but it's going to take so long to make that much money. What will I do while I wait? Let's go check in on Stupid Earth and see how it's doing. $122 trillion. It's not really the breadwinner of my adventures, but I'm going to give it these few upgrades. I'm not sure if those are really going to make much of a difference, but I did it. And we'll maybe triple the profits of these two. Back in that orbital body that's basically made of money, we're up to almost 200 undecillion. And I almost forgot about this already. Objectivist rhetoric. And I'm not really sure. I kind of lost track of where we're at. We got a lot of different possibilities. We're up to about 100 and coming up on 150 trillion angels should we restart. So we're at duodecillion. I guess that means I'll just upgrade these. I'm starting to lose track of what the values of things actually are. So if I see orange, I'm basically going to click on it because I have no way to calculate it anyways. A few minutes later, we're up to 225 trillion angels. So I'm going to let that number run up for now at the very least. Got enough for another upgrade. So I'm going to go for this one. I'm hoping I make this back before the werewolves are ready in 1.5 minutes because I feel like that one could pay off. I'm thinking tridecillion is next because duodecillion came after the single decillion, whatever it was called. It should be tridecillion because language. In fact, now that I'm looking at things, I'm understanding that's how it's going to work because there's septendecillion. Not that it matters. For some more perspective, if you had this much money, you would have more than the entire Earth has ever generated times 1 trillion billion million. Well, things look like they've hit a bit of a slow point again. We're at 10 duodecillion, but if we restart now, we'll get 600 trillion angels, which is more than my 54 million. Imagine how much money we're going to be making now. Our first touch of the boots gets us $15 million from a single touch, which is enough to buy everything in reverse order. Then we're going to fill it up with managers and off we go. Basically, once the managers were hired, I'm up to $100 quadrillion. So let's see if we can keep up with the amount of money we're making. We're up to 1.1 sextillion dollars now. Yeah, I actually can't keep up. No matter what I'm clicking on, the money is being made faster than I can spend it. We're already into the hundreds of nonillions somehow. I'm not even sure how we got that high, but we sure did. Look at how quick those little numbers are going up. That's fun to watch. Oh, never mind. They took it away now. But we restarted like 3 minutes ago and we're already up to $2 decillion and I've still got plenty of upgrades to be buying. There's the upgrade for 421 decillion, 655. We're making the money back in rapid speed. Basically, by the time we're done in the upgrade menu, we come out and we can buy a whole bunch of upgrades directly to the businesses themselves. And they're going so quick that I can't really keep up with them either. And look at the angels. There's 600 trillion new angels if we were to restart. So we'd already double our profits from what we just did. And yeah, it's been less than 5 minutes since we restarted again. Oh, and by the way, all profits times 9. And then probably also whatever these things are. And again, it's my oxygen bar that's making me ridiculous amounts of money. It's making about 35 duodecillion dollars a second, which obviously is putting our profits way up. Plus, once we hit 900 of those, Then we're going to get profit bar times 5. So now it's making about 170 duodecillion dollars a second. So we're going to find out what comes after that is tridecillion. There's something incredibly satisfying about this. 2.5 trillion dollars. If we get angels now, we're going to get 8.8 quadrillion of them, 9 quadrillion of them, soon to be 10 quadrillion of them, which is well over 10 times the angels we already use, which means we could probably afford a few more little upgrades. This rocket farm is just making 82 decillion dollars basically at light speed. Oh right, we gotta sacrifice 11,000 angels for 3 times profits, so everything's gonna get 3 times more money. Then 3 times profit in the oxygen bar that's worth so much money. And ooh, we can get rid of 123 trillion angels for 3 times profits again. I don't know if that's worth it yet, considering we can restart and be back to this point in like 5 seconds flat. Maybe we'll save the 130 trillion angels. But I will buy some of the businesses that I know are good, like the cheese farm, the other one I just bought, and the werewolf factory. Now the oxygen bar is basically making 1 tridecillion dollars a second. I think I'm getting that math right. Whatever the case, big money, lots of dollars, big zeros. And we're up to almost 50 quadrillion angels when we're ready to restart, and we're gonna do that pretty soon. And how is Earth doing? Has it made me any money yet? There's 100, I feel like it always makes 100 trillion dollars. That's all it's good for, is making 100 trillion dollars once in a while. Garbage. Hey, look at that. I could buy the next werewolf upgrade just in time for its countdown. So it's gonna give me, well, only 1 more of these, but that's still 1 more of these. We've hit another moderately slow spot, relatively speaking, and I don't deal with relatively slow anymore. We want light speed or nothing at all. Give me 80 quadrillion angels and off we go. Our first touch of the boots, this time $2 quadrillion. So that's basically enough to buy me a whole bunch of everything. Like all the managers. I'm just going to try and speed through this as quick as possible. Going to buy all the businesses and start them rolling. Buy as many upgrades as I can. Buy all these businesses. I'm pretty sure we can unlock an easy upgrader, but you know, we can't do that. I like clicking too much. I just kind of wanted to emphasize how quickly I can get through this. Did we not get you a manager? Whatever the case, we're up to, you know, $66 trillion. I forgot to hit buy next. That's why I wasn't buying the upgrades fast enough. Now we can power through these if we want. Just gotta click as many times as I can on each of these until they're giving me more money than I know how to count. Not that they weren't making me a lot of money before, but now that I do this, they're certainly making a little more. And then we go back here and buy as many more of these upgrades as we can. And then back to buying these businesses, every one of which makes a big difference to profit. I don't really remember where we left off because all the words start to look the same. Now we're up to 100 and 200 tridecillion at this point. And yeah, we'll go ahead and take some more profits. Why not? The laser was there for a second. We just need 100 more of these. That should only take a few seconds. And I keep forgetting to spend my angels. We need to be sacrificing these for extra profit. That's the whole reason I have the angels, to sacrifice them. So we're going to give up 123 trillion angels this time for 3 times profit. And the oxygen bar is now making about 600 tridecillion a second. So basically 1 of these, 1 quados a second. At least until I click this button, then it's making 9 of those a second. So yep. Look at the angels going up. We just hit quintillion. 1.1 quintillion. If I'd known my entire life that I could just sacrifice angels to make ridiculous amounts of money, I would have been doing that for many years already. Starting to appreciate how big these numbers are though, because even now at my absolutely absurd rate of making money, the upgrades are still pretty few and far between. Next I think is going to be this one for 250 quados. Unless I want the upgrade to the laser, which I think I kind of do. I think that's going to be more worth it overall, because whatever this is, isn't that much money to me anymore. So after upgrading the laser farm, yep, we picked up the speed again because this is at max speed and this is at max speed now. So now this number is going up and we're soon to find out what the next currency is. I don't even know how to describe things this big. We're getting into kind of strange territory because these numbers don't really exist in normal quantities for most things we see in life. I bet the number of angels is going up pretty quick. So we're at quindecillions. Quindecillions. We're going to drop it back just a little bit to buy this, but you get the idea. 6 quintillion angels so far, and that number is going up pretty quick also. I don't know when I want to hit the reset. Maybe when we're at 10 times the quadrillions? I mean, that seems like a pretty good ratio to me because we can make it back to this point in no time. Because for the next big upgrade, really, we need to save up 1,000 of these. Hey, look, a werewolf upgrade. It would be cool to get some of these managers, but I cannot really even fathom what a duo trigintillion is. It's obviously 1 duo trigintillion should be 1,000 trigintillions. And I don't know what's up with this guy, but I don't think I trust him. I think we could probably restart again with 10 quintillion angels. You claimed 10 point whatever quadrillion, so now we get 262 quadrillion dollars just from the start. I'm going to do this the proper way this time and go buy 1. We're going to buy 1 of everything. Again, I'm going to try and do this in real time so you guys can appreciate it. We meant managers. Manager is going to buy them all. Everything's going to run right down to me. Then we need to buy next because that's a very important distinction to make. But once we do this a few times, we won't do this in real time because you guys probably get it by now. The money jumps out very quickly. It seems like we are starting to make some profit down the ranks though, because some of these upgrades are starting to cost the same. They're just so ridiculously expensive that they can just charge the same for them because it's not going to make a difference. Just working my way through the rest of the upgrades now. I'm just upgrading this basically in real time because as quick as I can upgrade it, it seems to be earning me things back. Anyways, we're up to 8 quattros already. And there we go. There's the 1 quattros we need to get that upgrade. Now we're waiting on this. 1 sexdecillion, which should be 1,000 of these because quin usually means 5. Sextillion would be 6, so 1,000 of these. And if we were to restart already, we would get 35 quintillion angels. We just restarted with 10 quintillion and that was ridiculous. Earth, for comparison, has earned me $26 trillion since I've been gone. We're basically going to ignore Earth now. It doesn't do anything for me. I think these are probably the buttons we've been looking for. The easy upgrader for 1 angel, that's easy. Quick buy upgrades button for 1 billion angels. We can spare 1 billion angels. It looks like that just puts a button here. So when that lights up orange, you know you have enough for the next upgrade. All you need to do is touch it. Plus, there's a button here to just quick buy as many upgrades as you can all at once. Angels are well over their previous amount by 10 times. And there we are, 1 sexdecillion. And we can hit our magic button. There we go, all profits times 9. So now we just got to get 1,000 of what we just got, and angel investor effectiveness goes up by 3 more %, which wouldn't actually take as long as you think because we've already got another one of those, which took us quite a while before. So if we get 1,000 of these, then we're on to the next upgrade. But we would probably use angels to get there because we're up to 225 quintillion. I was tempted to stop here, but I can't resist. It's too satisfying. 500 quintillion angels turns into $12 quintillion per click from the beginning. Now look at that number going up. We need 1,000 of these, but that won't take too long at all, especially considering we can buy a few upgrades along the way. And we've already hit our 500 quintillion angels. We've grinded our way all the way up to 1 septillion. That means angel investor effectiveness plus 3%. That one is massive. Look at how quick that jumps up now. So just imagine what we can do with this next time. Plus 4.6 sextillion angels and counting.